An angel came to me in a human form, a dope fiend. This story I'm about to tell is gonna be one of the most impactful stories that I ever told about the lifestyle that I lived in the streets. One of the most amazing things about this story is I live to be able to tell you this amazing story. When I tell you that I created this painting to describe the moments of the violence, of the gun violence that I experienced growing up as a kid, I want to be able to touch the world through these paintings. These paintings that I'm about to make a collection of will be some heartfelt, most deep, impactful pictures that I want to tell to the world. In this picture, I describe the gun violence, the gunplay, the things that caused me a lot of trauma. In doing this painting, it was a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of disappointments, a lot of things that I wasn't ashamed of or felt guilty about creating this painting. But I wanted to create this painting for the youth, for the people that use guns to express themselves in violence. As a kid, that's what I grew up amongst. I was taught this type of behavior in my lifestyle. Growing up in the environment that I grew up in, we believed in doing drive-by shootings and gunplay. And that was something that we used to express ourselves to the world. It brought fear to the people. It's like living in a jungle. Bears, lions, tigers, sharks, alligators, all types of species, all out to get one another, to kill one another. In doing such violence, I thought I needed to create this painting. I thought I needed to create something that'll give a great impact to the world. I wanted to express my pain, my voice, to the world, to my environment. I want to take this painting to be able to express to the world what I feel about this gun violence, because it seemed like no one is gonna help us. No one is telling us to stop the gunplay. No one is talking to the youth. No one is asking the youth to put the guns down. It seems like everybody is on one timeline, demon time. Why is everybody is on this demon time? What caused this plague? Who taught us how to be on demon time? Who taught us how to do such things that cause so much pain in this lifestyle that we live in? Our environments, the parents crying, the daddies crying, the grandmothers crying, the babies crying, leaving homes scarred for life. Who's gonna save our youth from this tragedy that is happening every day in our neighborhoods? Who's gonna help us help the people? Who's gonna save the people from all this pain? You see, when I create art, art is not just something that I'm doing for a hobby. This art is something that I want to tell you this story. This story that I'm created this painting behind is an angel came to me in a human form, a dope fiend. See, this topic that I created, this subject that I created, this is gonna help the youth. See, today, when I look back on this painting and this experience of what happened to me in my life, I know I was spared. God had mercy on me to let me live to be able to tell this story. Based on a true story, an angel came to me in a human form, a dope fiend. Years ago, I used to sit on the corner blocks and I used to watch the dope boys sell crack and powder cocaine. They used to hustle and make money, and I said, one day I want to be like him. I want to be like them on that corner. And there's one particular guy that I really looked up to. He was one that stood out among all of them because he was like the best hustler out of the whole group. As I continued to mimic him and want to be like him, hustling on the corner, selling crack, selling powder, selling weed, smoking weed, toting guns. See, I imitated everything that I seen my blocks and my corners doing. I did what they did, and I became that dope boy. Years down the line, this same guy in my neighborhood became a dope fiend. The guy that I looked up to, who was the big time drug dealer in the neighborhood, everybody praised him, everybody looked up to him. Only to know years later, he became a drug addict, a dope fiend, using drugs and became homeless on the street. An angel came to me in the form of a dope fiend. As I go deeper into this story, I want y'all to understand this picture, this amazing art piece that I created. You see these people in this painting, these people in this piece of art? I used to be these people in these cars, riding around with anger and rage, taking my pain and suffering out on my own community, my own environment. As you see these paintings, these people in these paintings, they're enraged. They have no feelings. They're numb to the reality of the damage that they cause in their neighborhoods. An angel came to me in a human form, a dope fiend. One day, my mother's house got shot up, sprayed with a lot of bullets. My cars got sprayed up with a lot of gun violence. Enraged, my mother begged me not to retaliate. She asked me, please stop. But little did my mother know, the streets had me. The streets had me so I was so ingrained in getting revenge and taking my pain to the people that made my people suffer. I wanted to stop, but I couldn't stop. An angel came to me in a human form. As I continue to tell you this story, I want you to continue to look at this painting, because this painting symbolizes the pain that I'm sharing with you through this microphone. That an angel came to me in a human form, a dope fiend. You see, it took me a long time to get to this stage of my life, this phase of my life, to be able to tell this story and to help the people understand that gun violence is not the answer. See, I continued to create this picture. It took months for me to create this picture. In creating this picture, I understood the message that I needed to share to get this out of me, to release the burdens and the weight off my shoulders, to be able to help the youth understand that gun violence is not the answer. Back to the story, I wanted revenge. Walking on battlegrounds, 2, 3 in the morning, with rage in my eyes. A sawed-off pump and a 380. Walking through battlegrounds with rage in my eyes and revenge in my heart. All I could think about is I want revenge. Moments later, that dope fiend, that angel that came to me in a human form, the guy that I looked up to as a little kid, wanting to be like him, the big time drug dealer in the neighborhood, who's now homeless, smoked out, cracked out, heroin, whatever, smoked out, cracked out. I seen him that night walking on battleground with the rage in my eyes. He seen me and asked me, "What are you doing?" And I told him, "You know what I'm doing." He's told me, "Don't do it. The pain that you see, what you're going through, it ain't gonna solve the problem." An angel came to me in a human form. See, telling this story, chills run through my body as I tell you this story. He talked to me and walked with me, and we walked and we talked and we walked and we talked until I was off battleground. Going back to my car, putting the sawed-off pump in the 380 in the trunk, closing the trunk, jumping in my car, cranking up my car and pulling off with tears in my eyes. An angel came to me in human form, a dope fiend. As I pulled in my driveway, I sat there in rage, but also I sat there knowing and asking myself, why was this moment intervened by him? You see, as I tell this story, see, back then, I was a teenager. I was like 19, 20. See, I couldn't see that picture as an angel coming to me in a human form. But as I look back over the years, see, many may not even believe this story or may think this story is way fetched, way out. But see, this is my story where I share with you that an angel came to me in human form, a dope fiend. See, if that man would have never intervened into my travel on that night, I don't know where I would be. But the sad part about this whole story is months later, I got shot in my head, losing my right eye to gun violence. You see, this picture that I create, it tells the story of many drive-bys that I've done. It tells the story of many things of my homies dying in the streets from gun violence. This story that I created tells the story of the people that caused a lot of pain to the streets. This story that I'm telling tells you what it's like living in the jungles throughout America, in the hearts of the ghettos throughout the cities. Many people may say this lifestyle is a chosen lifestyle, but that's not true. A lot of people are born into this lifestyle where they have no other choice. Family members that's in the street life, their environment, poor poverty, people who suffering, mothers and daddies on crack, sprung out, and their children are left parentless. No one to help them or save them. So they are taught by the streets to believe that they are killers and gangbangers and murderers and robbers, thugs. Who gonna help our youth? Who gonna save us? Who gonna help our people come out of this? Who gonna change the belief system that we was born to kill each other? Who gonna save us? An angel came to me in human form, a dope fiend. You see, as I continue to tell you this story, like I told you, months later, I was shot in my head, losing my right eye. I can remember laying on the ground with blood gushing from my face. My right side numb, tingling. The pain of this moment. And all I could hear was people screaming and hollering. I'm beginning to turn cold, chills running through my body, and all I could say was, an angel came to me in a human form, a dope fiend. As I continued to lay there while blood gushing from my face, I'm getting cold. I can't feel the right side of my body. And I remember saying, Allah, save me from my pain. Help me. Help me, I need you. If you save me from this moment, I promise you, I will do right by you. At age 21, it was a terrifying moment for someone like me. You see, creating this painting, this painting ain't just an ordinary painting. This painting has a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of hurt, a lot of unanswered questions of why we believe that we was born to kill each other. We hate each other. Why do we hate each other so bad? Who gonna help us? See, telling this story, I want the youth and those who's toting those guns, traveling through their environments, putting fear in the people. Put the guns down. You can be more than a gangbanger. You can be more than that. You can be great people. See, it took a lot of pain for me to get to this stage in my life, to be able to help the people understand the stories that I'm telling through my art. See, this art piece is something that I sat down and contemplated on how can I make a piece that help and send a message to send shock waves through the earth to help our youth. Who gonna help our youth? No one is helping them. If you look at the youth, our young generation, they got rage and anger in them just like I did. More of this story, I wanted to tell this story to help our youth understand that there's consequences to violence, gun violence. There's pain and suffering to families, to communities. There's a lot of pain. A lot of mothers and daughters and family members cry and weep at night because their family members gone because you all took them from them. Who's gonna save our youth? Who gonna step in and give them a message to help them understand what they're doing is causing a lot of pain in our environment? Through this art piece, I hope you all understand that this art piece was created to save our youth. This art piece was painted and designed to send a message to the hearts and minds of our young generation of people that need our help. This is a piece that I dedicate to the world to show love and to separate us from the gun violence. Put the guns down. Now, but you want to kind of be wiggly with it. Oh. Yeah, wiggly, you know what I'm saying? You know, like crazy, like a video. You see what I'm saying? You gotta go smooth with it, bro. You ain't gonna start yet. Hold on.
Well, it's just something I do like when I'm really bored. I never really got to like
talking. Come with your phone.
Really get
okay.
Good with drawing, but see, I found it. I did this with paintbrushes.
Because you're scouting right now. Now we're like testing things out. So just take pictures of them together, so that we can start getting ideas about how they.
Do you really want to be an artist, or you just like you said? Because see, some people do art to be a hobby. Some people do it from the board. But see, I do it for many reasons.
Stand from over here. Stand over there and do it.
What?
No, we're just scouting. We're just brainstorming. We're just coming up with ideas as you guys are talking.
Many reasons. One of the reasons I do it
Can you show like this? Something of
coping.
painting and then somebody talking to them?
Also, I do
Can you visualize it? Does that make sense? And should his back
and
be
I do it
us like
because
this?
there's like what y'all was doing today, like him, this art.
Go from the
That's
sides. So
You don't
put
need
four
to
more
come
on
out.
here,
Yeah,
put a
so
camera
you
here,
like
put a
boom.
camera here, 3 cameras,
You got it like,
here, here, and here,
like, so you know how to.
or do we
throw
put a
it,
camera
right?
here?
But you can add all types of other channels to channel what you want to do. And that would bring you to a whole new level.
Right.
You understand? So when I be playing, I
Thank
dig
you.
those stories,
Have a great weekend,
and
right? You like that idea?
I tell stories. So like, not even there, I got a program, I got a book. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a seed, but there's many branches.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying, like, if you like throwing paint, you like
Looking
throwing
at him
fast,
from the back
you
is
can
nothing
put
to
in clothes.
agree.
Right.
You can
So
do
you wanna see
anything.
his face.
Art is everything. You gotta look at it. You
But
can't
I'm
look
trying to
at
figure
it.
out, how do you see his
Yeah,
face?
you can't look at it like, well, I like to do it.
How you gonna see the art
that's
too at the same
what I'm
How
for.
do you wanna see the art at
But
the same time?
what you
So
like
how do
to
you do that?
more,
How do you do that? Somebody tell me how you do that.
$1,000 couple, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he's
So
painting,
you gotta be.
Oh, let's see the side.
if
No
he's
way.
painting, I'm painting to see my back.
Okay,
I'm opening up the gate.
My back. Unless you put a camera, unless you put a little camera up here.
What?
What if we put a camera here? We put one camera like very high and wide. What if we put one? Well, this is helpful.
I like the
because
police one.
This is helpful. We were thinking about like how that would work.
A story, there's
Yeah,
a
that's
story
awesome.
behind it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
So you know that's gonna glare the light?
Okay,
That's why,
come
no,
on, let's go.
it's on.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you later.
But listen, like I said, contact me, but
Yes, I
you-
have your number.
You gotta be more than, I just do it just because I'm bored. You can't do that. You can't say that. You can't say that.
No. Oh, you may not know. What did you say? Right? I love that.
But,
When did you do that?
Because you're gonna get a glare.
that's why I was asking,
Do you need anything out of the cage?
who? No.
No.
So let me ask you, is it a black curtain behind there?
You could put black, you could put blue.
It's black though, right?
This one is black, yeah, with a blue light on it.
No, I need black.
It is black.
Oh, it
Take
is?
off the blue light.
Oh, the blue, the light make it blue.
Yeah.